anyone who stands up to the president, anyone who criticizes the president, anyone who says anything adverse to the president's interests gets the full weight of the federal government brought down on them.
Yeah, so like I don't know if you remember me messing around like joking and everything, but there's a there's a push from the Trump administration to actually to get to ban transmissions from owning firearms. I'm laughing because you got a lot of people out there that are gonna be like, you you can't infringe on the Second Amendment. And hey, with you guys, I understand that. But the fact of the matter is this is I mean, it's like a map at a mall. This is where we are right now. We've got this thing called red flag laws. Now, I want you to hear me out because this is funny. You're going to laugh at the end of this. But there is a for real push by the Department of Justice and the Trump administration to keep firearms out of the hands of transmissions. You know, people who shift themselves gears, change from one speed to another, go from forward to reverse and back to forward again. If you know what I'm saying, guys, YouTube, we're just trying to be friendly with the wording. Please hear me out. Now, you're thinking, but you know, how dare you as a conservative Republican advocate for restricting firearms? Like I said, it's going to be funny. Hear me out. Do you, if you recall whenever Roe versus Wade was a thing and they were, you know, a fetus is a clump of cells, according to the left, or it's more like however lefties talk. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, the fetus is just a clump of cells. It's nothing but a clump of cells. How dare you, guys? It's a clump of cells. I think I got that one. Yeah, fetus is a clump of cells. There's nothing special about a fetus. Scoop it up, scoop it out, throw it in the trash, pack it up, throw it away. And meanwhile, scientists like rally and make huge magazine articles. There's even magazines anymore where they're like, yeah, we stitched together 5 different bacteria and made it sort of move around on its own. Yay. But you know, if a woman actually gives birth to a child, that's just any kind of fail. All right. Well, what happens whenever you unalive a pregnant woman and that woman's baby is no longer alive anymore because you have unalived her? You're now charged with a double unalivement. And that makes the lefties and liberals go backwards, inside out, trying to justify that charge if all a baby in a woman's womb is a clump of cells. So this is how you circumvent and shut these Democrats up when it comes to every time a violent transmission who constantly keeps popping out of gear and grinding into second and third every time you're trying to race somebody. This is how you shut them up. You say, well, fine, you're right. These are dangerous. And first thing we need to do is we need to enact our red flag laws, because obviously you can tell that you know, wait till RFK figures out a way to tell you that transmissionism is a mental illness. Then the red flag laws come in. I mean, they do it to veterans all the time to keep them from being able to have an organized militia, which is constitutional. Not necessarily militia to do bad things, but just be constitutional. Because, you know, government would never become weaponized against the American citizens. There'd be never a need for an organized militia with well-trained people that are willing to protect the citizens just because they understand humanity. No. So if you're willing to red flag laws, veterans and active duty military because they've had PTSD because you asked them to go over and do some effed up shit for your government agenda to fight for your stupid oil and your military industrial complex and cokehead Zelensky, then I think you can definitely enact a red flag law for a transmission who wants to go in there and do burnouts at a school parking lot. They use code words that are mechanicky. And then that would make the left have to actually go in there and advocate for our firearm rights. And and that would F them all up. It's pretty wild how I think that would be the most epic thing to do. I know that we're, like I say, you can't restrict fire. Let's just do this and have a little fun. We're already rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. Might as well have fun in the process. And I think America's got a long way to go before that happens. So don't let me black pill you guys. I think this country's worth saving and it's worth fighting for politically. And I think that, just enacting and just, making the left have to bend over backwards to try to shove its own self's head up its own ass is just absolutely humorous to me. And by the Trump administration doing this will make them have to eat those words. So what is it, lefties? Is it take all the firearms away? Or is it let the violent transmissions with bad synchronizers that constantly keep putting themselves in reverse when you're trying to go forward? How you want to do this? You just tell me. Leave it in the comment sections. But this is epic, and I'm totally for this. Thank you guys for watching.
This is my car. I'm heading back to Delaware.
It is, dude. Do you have a Hemi in here? What is it? Dude.
It is weird and it is bizarre.